Hello one and all, Granny here with a playthrough of Sonic the Hedgehog on the Master System. Now, there are a couple of reasons that I'm doing a playthrough of Sonic on the Master System. The major one being is that, well, I've been thinking of doing a game playthrough for some time now, and I figured if I was ever going to do one, it may as well be for a game that means something to me personally, and this game very much does. Not only was it one of the first games, and possibly the only games, I would have ever considered myself a master at, back in the day, it was also one of the first proper games I ever played. I mean, I dabbled in gaming. Whoop, gotcha. Die, bitch. I dabbled in gaming, beforehand. Excuse me. Mostly as a spectator, watching my dad and my uncle play games like Pirates or the Dungeon Master. So when I got hold of this, it was nice just to have a game that I could play, that I didn't need someone else's permission or someone else's supervision, if you like, to play. One up. So there's that, but also sometimes I think it's nice just to go back and see, and I suppose perhaps relive the joy of just playing a game. I mean, I'm a PC gamer these days by, hobby, or profession if you like. It doesn't really matter how you want to define it, but, I primarily am a PC gamer, so it's nice just to, I don't know, not have to worry about system specs or, complicated controls. There's move left, move right, jump, spin, what more do you need? Now, there are a couple of differences between Sonic on the Master System and Sonic on the Mega Drive, or Mega Drive 16-bit games, whatever, onwards. First is how you would mark your position in the level. I mean, in 16-bit Sonic onwards. I'll stop getting impatient, Hedgehog. I'm getting there. You would mark your place in the level by running through or past or whatever those lamppost things. You go past and you go doo-doo, and your position would be marked if you had the misfortune to die. In Sonic on the Master System, we get TVs, hold on, like that, with downward pointing arrows in them. Doink. The second major difference between the games is one I think brought on by hardware limitations, which is that excuse me, when you reach 100 rings to get a 1-up, the counter resets. Now what is holding this box up? Terrifying. Now this in and of itself is not a bad thing, but when you consider that you need 50 or more rings to get into the special stages, and that there are rarely 150 rings in any given level, it becomes quite annoying. So I ended up spending quite a bit of my time just keeping an eye on that ring counter in the corner there, just making sure it doesn't go off, rather, that I haven't got 100 rings, sorry. Here we go, special stage, which is another fairly significant difference between 8-bit Sonic and 16-bit Sonic. Sega! Which is that the special stages in 8-bit Sonic are simply there for fun, I mean, I've just got a continue there, which is quite nice. And I believe, as I recall, in 16-bit Sonic that was 50 rings in the special stage and continue. But you know, the whole point of the special stages here was simply to pick up bonuses, so extra lives, extra points, continues, and so forth. So they're just basically, you know, 60 seconds of pure unadulterated fun, as opposed to the hideous annoyances of the various special stages in 16-bit Sonic onwards. Except possibly the special stages in Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, because they required skill, which is always quite nice. But of course you can understand, there we go, why the special stages, well, certainly in Sonic's 1 and 2, were so, or often, so frustrating and annoying. And that's because that's how you would collect the Chaos Emeralds, which does actually lead me quite nicely onto Buzzkill, gotcha bitch, onto another fairly significant difference, in that in Sonic on the Master System, the Chaos Emeralds are, as you can see, dotted around the levels. Which is actually something I really like, and actually prefer that method of gathering Chaos Emeralds to the methods employed in, well, pretty much every other Sonic game or later Sonic game, in that it makes it more of a scavenger hunt, you know, more of an epic quest to grab these emeralds, as opposed to completing a completely arbitrary set of conditions to get into a special stage in the first place, and then when you're there, completing yet another completely arbitrary set of conditions in order to get the Chaos Emerald in the first place. And I quite like this way of doing it, you know, it makes it feel more of an adventure, I suppose. Something a bit more epic than just, oh look, I managed to fluke my way through an amazingly annoying special stage to get the Chaos Emerald, woo! If I sound a bit bitter about such special stages, well, that's because I am. I mean, the pain I had on Sonic 2 on the good old Mega Drive, but certainly with some of the latter special stages. I mean, for God's sake, what the hell is wrong with that fucking suicidal two-tailed twatty fox Tails? I mean, does he want to die? The number of times that annoying little arse-bag ran into those bloody freaking bastard pissing bomb things and losing me rings and losing me the special stage. It just drove me absolutely goddamn insane. That's what it did. Off my goddamn rocker is where it sent me. I mean, Christ, what is wrong with that two-tailed fox? Does he want to die? Is he some sort of suicide soldier for Dr. Bloody Robotnik? Ugh. He got to the stage where I ended up training myself to be able to control Sonic with one hand and Tails with the other, just so I could... Oh, the pain. But speaking of the great big giant talking egg, here we go. With the first boss. Now this is, well, it's what it is really. It's me versus Robotnik. Now get down here, you great big fat, get and take your punishment like a fat talking egg. Unos, dos, tres, cuantos, 5. Oh, you fat bastard. Never mind. I'm gonna say though, I do very much prefer the boss music here in Sonic 8-bit Sonic than I do in 16-bit Sonic. I don't know why, just music seems to fit Robotnik so much better. But here we have the perennial organic battery storage pod, and we have flickies and fluffy rabbits. Do you think one of those might have been cream? I'll have to get Cheese the Chow. Right, that's it for Green Hill. I'll see you next time.